Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best budget gaming monitor.
Starting at number 5.
LG 32GN650B Ultragear. If you want a bigger screen, a few budget-friendly 32-inch monitors are decent enough for everyday use, but low-cost monitors of this size aren't as good as smaller displays. Regardless, if that's what you want, the LG 32GN650B is a decent choice, and you can also find it as the 32GN63TB at different retailers. Both models perform the same, so you can get whichever you can find for cheaper. It has a higher resolution than the ViewSonic G2721, but because of the large size, the pixel density is similar, so the text clarity is just okay. The main downside is that this monitor has a lower 165Hz refresh rate than the ViewSonic and isn't as good for competitive gaming. It has worse motion handling with more smearing and inverse ghosting, but it's still decent enough if you're getting into PC gaming. It also has FreeSync VRR support with GSWC compatibility to reduce screen tearing. Additionally, it has a VA panel that looks good in dark rooms thanks to its high native contrast ratio, but it has narrow viewing angles, so the image looks washed out from the sides.
Coming at number 4.
ViewSonic Omni. If you don't need something for office work like the Dell S2721QS and prefer a smaller screen than the Dell G2724D, you can get plenty of good, budget-friendly 24-inch monitors. However, many monitors with this screen size focus on gaming, and that's the case with the ViewSonic G2431, which has a higher 240Hz refresh rate than the G2724D, and with a lower 1080p resolution, images aren't as detailed. Regardless, it's an impressive gaming monitor with a fast response time and VRR support to reduce screen tearing. It has extra gaming perks, like a versatile backlight strobing feature that you can customize to improve the appearance of motion, which is something many budget monitors can't do. However, it doesn't work at the same time as VRR, which is typical of many gaming monitors. Besides that, it also has great ergonomics and wide viewing angles, so it's still versatile enough if you need a small display for productivity or even co-op gaming. It even has 2 USB-A ports to quickly connect your peripherals, like a keyboard and mouse.
At number 3.
Dell S2721QS 27. If you want something mainly for working and don't mind spending more than on the entry-level Asus VG246H, check out the Dell S2721QS. It has a larger screen and higher 4K resolution than the Asus, so there's more screen real estate for multitasking, and it also delivers much better text clarity. It's a great choice if you want to use it in a well-lit room, as it gets bright enough to fight glare and has good reflection handling. It also has wide viewing angles and impressive ergonomics, making it easy to share your screen with someone next to you, as the image remains consistent from the sides. Although it delivers good picture quality and excellent office performance, it's limited in extra features. It does have picture-in-picture and picture-by-picture modes, but it doesn't have a USB hub to connect to other devices. If you want something with a USB hub, including a USB-C port that supports DisplayPort Alt mode, you can also check out the higher-end Dell S2722QS, which often goes on sale. These extra features offer great value, but the S2721QS is usually cheaper.
Number 2 of my list.
Asus 23.8-inch 1080p. If you prefer a cheap display and don't need the gaming features of the Dell G2724D, then check out the Asus VG246H. There are a few trade-offs for getting this monitor instead of the Dell, as it has a smaller screen and lower resolution, so images are less detailed, but it still has decent text clarity. It also has a much lower 75Hz refresh rate and isn't meant for gaming, but that doesn't make a big difference if you need something simple for office work anyway. It has a few advantages for productivity, like an sRGB picture mode with great accuracy before calibration, making images look lifelike. It also has good reflection handling, which is useful if you want to use it in a well-lit room, but it doesn't get bright enough to fight intense glare. Lastly, it has remarkable ergonomics that make it easy to adjust, which is great if you constantly need to share your screen with someone else. However, as expected for a cheap display, it's limited in extra features, as it doesn't even have a USB hub.
And number 1.
Dell G2724D Gaming. The best monitor you can get on a budget is the Dell G2724D. It's a versatile 27-inch monitor with a 1440p resolution that's good for most uses. It's rather simple and bare-bones regarding features, but it gets the job done, especially if you don't need anything fancy on a budget. It has good text clarity, which is great for reading through web pages and documents, and it's also a good choice for well-lit rooms as it gets bright enough to fight glare and has good reflection handling. Despite its budget cost, it's fairly well built and has outstanding ergonomics, making it very easy to place in an ideal position. Even though it performs well for everyday use, it's mainly designed as a gaming monitor and excels at that. It has incredible motion handling thanks to its fast response time, and it has a 165 Hz refresh rate with variable refresh rate, VRR, support to reduce screen tearing. One downside is that it has limited picture quality as it has a low contrast ratio, and blacks look gray in dark rooms. That's typical of most budget monitors, but if that's important to you, the AOC Q27G3XMN is a good low-cost monitor with much better picture quality thanks to its mini LED backlighting. However, it has a worse response time than the Dell monitor, and it has some bugs.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.